snow globe collection. So, I used to have a habit of getting snow globes in countries that I visited. I have since ceased that habit. Like, I don't continue that because it happened a few times where my snow globes have gotten taken away from me, I guess. And from my parents as well. There are just some issues with, supposedly, I was originally taking trains and then I had to take a plane, but then I didn't check my luggage because it was just like a bunch of things that happened. So once I wasn't able to do that, I just stopped collecting them because I felt like after that one time, like, it just ruined everything. Plus, when I went to the Philippines, they actually didn't have snow globes, and I even looked online and I couldn't really find any. So after I found out it wasn't like an accurate representation of the countries that I visited, I just stopped collecting them. But I have a decent amount from when I did collect them. So first off, we have Zoo America. I'm pretty sure this is when, I don't know if this is when I was in like Hershey Park or wherever it was. I honestly completely forgot. I got this when I was very, very young. But yes, Zoo America. So this one. So this one was supposed to represent America, obviously. I used to have one, like a tiger one from the Bronx Zoo, but unfortunately, I think my little brother accidentally broke it. So that was quite unfortunate. But yes, so this is the Zoo America one. So I had a bunch from like Turks and Caicos and the DR and like a bunch of like Northern American countries, but unfortunately I left those at my parents' house, so I don't have them with me right now. But I do have one from Costa Rica. I believe it's somewhere around here. I think this is it. Yes. Costa Rica, pura vida, pura vida. So I got this one when I went to Costa Rica. I think I was like 16 or 17, maybe 17. And it was, I think, my junior summer. I honestly forget what it was, but yeah, so I got this when I did like a little trip to Costa Rica, and I went there to help build greenhouses and paint and do a bunch of stuff with kids. Like, it was actually a lot more work than people would think. Like, people think, well, mine at least, people think, oh, you're just like taking a vacation and then pretending you're doing a lot of humanitarian work. But let me tell you, I was worked at that place. Like, in the pouring rain, had like shovels. I would basically be like shoveling wet mud. Like, it was actually so rough because then we had to put concrete in there to help with like creating the greenhouse. I don't know, and then we would be painting a lot. I don't know, but painting isn't a big deal. But when it was pouring rain out and I'm literally shoveling mud just for more dirt and mud to fall into the same hole that I was just shoveling out of, it was difficult. Let me tell you that. So it was definitely a lot of work, but I had such a great time. And one of the kids actually gave me a Pura Vida bracelet that was green, and I have it in my safe because I have a safe of like the most important things and memories to me. So I put that in there. But we have a little toucan in here to represent the biodiversity of Costa Rica, I assume. So yeah, on the property that we stayed at, which was these like cabins basically, there was a lake, and the lake had caiman in it, and we swam with the caiman, which are like ancestors, or not ancestors I guess, but like related to alligators. But they're small, maybe. Some were small. In this specific lake they were, because you would see them at night. At night their eyes would glisten in the lake. So we would go out and we would put our flashlights on the lake and we would see the lights shining, like the reflection. And it was pretty crazy because like some girls woke up with like frogs on them. Like there were what's it called? There were cockroaches all over my room. Like it was insane. Like the entire. I'm such a OCD clean freak as well, so just having that really radicalized me. I was there for 2 weeks. There was no warm water whatsoever. Like it was freezing cold water too. So it was like so rough. So this guy actually has no air available in it for it to make any noise with the water. So it's a little bit unfortunate. So this one is from Thailand. I've actually never. So, I've never actually been to Thailand before, but my mom went and she got me this snow globe for when she went. I definitely want to visit Thailand, and we were going to, but instead we did Philippines because she already went to Thailand. And I loved the Philippines so much. Like, it was such a great country, but I definitely want to visit Thailand sometime soon for sure, because Thailand seems like such an amazing, beautiful country. And then we have Iceland. So, Iceland was actually the first European country I ever visited. It is technically split between North America and Europe, but I'll just consider Europe because I went on the European side as well. And there's like this place you can go to that basically is like split, like it tells you where it's split, I believe. And it's funny because I'm actually part Icelandic and Norwegian, which during the Viking era, Norwegians and Danes would leave for Iceland. Out of all the countries that I visited, Iceland was definitely one of my favorites. I just loved the landscape and then the people and the culture, and it was just so great. It's also interesting because I went during the winter, and during the winter they clearly have like, 22 hours of just infinite darkness. It wasn't actually that long because I didn't really go during, I went to see the Northern Lights, and unfortunately I wasn't able to because originally when we planned to go, my friend and I, we were going to see the Northern Lights, and it was like this some type of storm, like that you were able to see them, like they were really, really strong, the lights. And then my friend got COVID, so we had to push it back 2 weeks. And then when we went, it was cloudy every single day. So that's quite unfortunate, but it was dark because that's just how it is in the winter. And then during the summer, since it's closer to the polar cap, that they experience like whatever, they'll experience 20 or 22 or whatever hours of light in the summer and then darkness in the winter because they're close to the polar cap. So yeah, when I went it was like very dark, and I think that it would be a whole nother type of country in the summer, so I definitely want to visit in the summer, but I also want to visit in the winter again because I want to see the Northern Lights. But I guess I can go to like Lapland in Finland, or maybe I can go to Norway or something again. So I can do that, or Svalbard. I really want to go to Svalbard. But yeah, so the history behind Iceland is kind of unfortunate, but I still love it. It was one of my favorite countries ever. Like, such a beautiful country. I also forgot to add in this one. So in high school, I went to Toronto for my birthday. I think sophomore or junior year. I forgot. My mom took me to Niagara Falls on the Canadian side, and then took me to Toronto, and it was actually great. I really liked Canada, actually. I think Canada as a whole was really like calm and relaxed, but kind of boring because I think like it just doesn't really have anything that America doesn't have, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just feel like America has a lot more. I feel like Toronto is just like a cleaner, safer, smaller New York City, so it was nice. I enjoyed it. Also, I went on top of that thing. I forgot what what is called the CN Tower. I think this is called the CN Tower. And I went on top of that and like, what's it called? Leaned back off of it or whatever. I did the whole fun thing about it, and we went on the revolving. We went into the revolving restaurant in there as well, which was really, really nice. I don't remember if I enjoyed the food too much, but the atmosphere and the environment was really cool. And then I have this guy from Barcelona. So Barcelona was fine. I thought it was great, but we went, my friend and I went when it was like a holiday, so a lot of things were closed, and it just really didn't give the city justice, in my opinion. That being said, I've been to Spain numerous amounts of times after that, but I did not return back to Barcelona, and I went to Madrid. And Madrid is like my favorite city on this entire planet. I love Madrid so much. People tell me that if you like California more than New York, you'll like Barcelona more than Madrid, and if you like New York more than California, you'll like Madrid more than Barcelona. I don't know how true that is, but I agree with it, and a lot of my friends do as well. Spain was actually my first solo trip. I went to Madrid for the first time alone. I went with my friend to Barcelona because we went to the south of France and stuff, which would be the next snow globe, but I went to Madrid alone a bunch of times because it's just such a beautiful city. I went to Madrid a bunch of times after this, but I've only been to Barcelona twice. The first time, it was like the holidays, like I was saying before, and then the second time, we were only there for a very short amount of time, so it wasn't really, I don't know, I didn't have the perfect Barcelona experience, but that being said, I love Spain so much. So I highly recommend visiting if you have not considered it yet. Also, I feel kind of bad because I thought there were going to be more triggers with this, but unfortunately most of these fully filled with water, so there's no oxygen or air bubble for it to be able to make water sounds, which is quite unfortunate. Okay, so this one is from Paris. So I actually suck at French. I took French for 1 year in school, and then that's it. I took Spanish for a few years and then did French because I was like best friends with the teacher. And yeah, I didn't like French. I didn't find it useful. I didn't find it interesting. I found it, in fact, to be kind of a waste of my time. But I think Spanish is definitely more important. But I've been to France on multiple occasions, and I'm going to give you the little rundown. So, the south of France will be the best places to vacation in France. So Nice should be your home base, and then you should just go out and spread out from there. So I stayed in Nice with my friend, and then I would take the train east towards Monaco and go and visit all of those independent cities and stuff, and Monaco as well, even though Monaco is its own independent country. And then I would go west to Saint-Tropez. I never went to Marseille or whatever the heck it's called. So from Saint-Tropez as the most west point to Monaco as the most east point, I visited almost all of those cities. So this is quite unfortunate because my alarm just went off, and that's really, really bad because it just stopped my recording. So this is going to be quite unfortunate to try to realign the audio and the video and everything, but we would literally stop at every single city in that route. Like, it was just so nice. And then we would also take other like trips, like we went to Grasse, which I would say with the R, but I cannot pronounce R. Like, that's my biggest problem because I think French and German have the same R, and I cannot say it for the life of me, which is quite unfortunate. But and then we went to Paris, which is where I got this from. I just accidentally punched myself in the face with this. So that is not ideal. So I definitely recommend France, but if you want, like, I don't know, I thought Paris was beautiful, like with its architecture, but I think the people were terrible. The food was terrible. Strasbourg I've been to on the east. I don't know, I went for Christmas markets and it was very, very beautiful, but same thing, the people were so rude, and they were actually really rude to the Germans as well, because I would talk to some people, like the French would pretend like not to speak English or German or whatever, which is fine, like they don't have to, but it's their country, whatever, but like they would be totally capable of doing it, they just didn't want certain people there. And when I went, they were like so mean to me, and then this German couple were like, yeah, they're pretending they don't speak German, but then after they did that, like they left, and then they called the restaurant answered and talked to them in German. So I think it's more of just like a whatever. I don't know. I really don't know, but that's fine, whatever. But Strasbourg was beautiful. Again, just the people were iffy, and also there were like checkpoints for guns. Like there were checkpoints where I had to like open my luggage and stuff, which is like fine, I guess, because they're cracking down on stuff. But at the same time, I was like confused if these people were really like cops or if they were just trying to like get into my luggage and steal something. But it happened a few times, so I guess I just got over it. But I think Strasbourg is a pretty important city when it comes to legislation. I think I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure they have like conventions there, and like it's a pretty international city. So, but yeah, so Strasbourg was beautiful, Paris was beautiful, but they just both had terrible people and terrible food. But the south of France were the nicest people ever. Beautiful, beautiful architecture, beautiful, beautiful people. Such nice people, great food. I had the best salad in the south of France in Nice. Oh my god, I want to go back just to eat that salad. It was amazing. Oh my gosh. We have Turks and Caicos. Now, Turks and Caicos I've been to plenty of times because my parents are in love with Turks and Caicos and they wanted to buy a house there, but they might buy it in Spain or Portugal instead. But they love Turks and Caicos. I feel like Turks and Caicos is great, but I feel like it's kind of just isolated. I feel like if I were to buy another house, I would want to do it in a place that was more connected to other places as well. Like, I don't know, I feel like I love Europe so much because you leave one country and you go to so many other close by countries and have a completely different cultural experience. But in America, it's like, oh, where are you gonna go? Like in New York, you're gonna go to, oh, I'm gonna go to Canada. It's basically the same thing as America. Like, I don't know. The same thing with this, like Turks and Caicos is like you go on one island and then you're stuck on an island. Like, I don't like that. But yeah, I definitely love Turks and Caicos, but I'm more of a like historical traveler than I am like a relaxing traveler. Like, I don't like to relax on vacation. Like, I don't like to go by beaches and sit and do nothing. Like, if I wanted to tan, I would just do it in my backyard. Now, this is Monaco. I forgot to show you guys this originally, but very pretty. I actually hated Monaco. Like, no offense, I feel like Monaco is just such a non-factor. Like, I think that it's like fine, like it's pretty, sure, and like whatever, but it just didn't have anything there to really offer. Like, I don't know, I was there for quite some time. Even my best friend at the time went there, and she, like, her family's loaded, like billionaire loaded, and she was like, yeah, I didn't like it either, it was just so boring. And I was like, I know, right? And also, it's like, when I'm on vacation, like, I don't really like to dress up unless I'm like going out for dinner, but like if it's 90 degrees and I want to be comfortable and I'm going around traveling everywhere, I'm not wearing like a shirt and then a quarter zip and then khaki pants and like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm gonna wear something comfortable, so I just wore shorts and a shirt. But the thing is, I don't really care because it's Monaco, and Monaco's just irrelevant, I feel. Like, no offense, like, I was there during the Grand Prix as well. This is Holland, so Amsterdam I actually didn't really like that much. Like, the Netherlands I was expecting to love. I was like really set on loving it and like wanting to move there. I did apply to some jobs in the Netherlands and I actually got interviews for them, but I thought before I accepted any of them or went further with any of them, I would want to visit the city because the Netherlands sounded great, and like I just thought like, oh my god, Amsterdam looked amazing. Like, I was really excited, but I actually just did not like it at all. It was very boring. It was not my scene. I don't smoke or drink, so it was kind of just like, man, I don't know, I could do without it, you know what I mean? I feel like the life over there is very centered around smoking, drinking maybe, but more smoking, and I just don't do either of those things, so I don't know. I just was not really fond of the city, and I felt like I wouldn't really belong anywhere else in the Netherlands because I know there's other big cities, but I feel like I belong in like a big city because I can't really go from like New York and Long Island to like just some smaller city. Like, I don't know, maybe I can, but I don't know. Okay, so my alarm just went off again. I don't know why I had these alarms, but I'm so annoyed because now I'll have to realign the video and audio once again. So this is quite unfortunate. This is gonna take me forever to edit, but yeah, that's really unfortunate. So obviously I've been to London multiple times. I don't like London whatsoever. I feel like it is a less interesting version of New York. And my friend got this when he was at New York Fashion Week for me, because he came back and he was like, oh, I know you like snow globes, here, take this. So when I went to London, I didn't have to get one, which was nice. Obviously I've been to Wales and Scotland as well, but I didn't get them for that because at that point of my life I was already over snow globes. But yes, I have London. Oh my god, wait, this is broken. This has water coming out of it right now, but this is actually spilling right now, which is I don't know where it's spilling from, but it is spilling right now. This is Lisbon. So I was only in Lisbon for a few days. Portugal has actually beautiful people, let me tell you that. And it was nice. It was nice. I will say that Portugal is not to the level that Spain is, but it was a very nice country. Small. Lisbon is pretty small, I feel. It was fine. Like, it was just there. I don't know. Not much for me to say about Lisbon. I wasn't there for, like, enough time to really be like, oh, it's this or this, but I was just kind of like, not really too impressed. This one fell as well. This used to be centered, so this, I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but yeah, this one is also getting wet, which means that it's broken, but that is fine. Been to Zurich, Bern, I don't know if I was in Geneva, I feel like a few other cities. I honestly forgot, because Switzerland is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country, but I feel like it's kind of boring a little bit. It's great for stability, I guess, but quite boring. I do have some like hidden animosity towards Switzerland just because of the historical roles they've played in like World War II, and even to date, like I feel like they kind of have more like less progressive views, like more conservative views, which is fine, I guess, because it's their own country, but I feel like people give Switzerland a lot more credit than it deserves, to be honest. And then we have Österreich, 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 Österreich. I can't really do the R sounds in German. Österreich. Yeah, it's kind of rough for me, but we have Austria, we have Vienna, Wien in Österreich. Vienna was great. It was very beautiful. I would say it's kind of small and a little boring as well, but very beautiful. Very historically important. Especially if you like music, I feel like Austria is very, very important and the place for you. I must say though, I had the best food that I've ever eaten in my entire life in Vienna. So I wanted a Wiener Schnitzel, and I was looking online for places that had them, and all of them were like reserved for months, and I was like, what the heck? So instead, I waited online for 2 or 2.5 hours, I think, out in the freezing cold, because I went here during the Christmas markets as well. I waited for like 2.5 hours in the freezing cold in my jacket, like literally, and I was alone, so I didn't have anything. I just had my AirPods in, listening to music for like 2.5 hours, and I eventually got in, and I was like one of the last people on the entire line to get in, because they were like saved for people, like walk-ins, but also for people who reserved and just didn't show up. And I guess I got really lucky because I got in, and it was the best food in my entire life. Like it was just insane. So I got the Wiener Schnitzel, and I got the grape juice, which, let me tell you, like in America, grape juice is like heavier because it has a lot of like processed sugar and just a bunch of stuff in it. This grape juice was phenomenal. It was so light and easy to just go down in my throat. Like, I don't know, like it was just so easy easily digestible. I don't know how to even explain it. It just went down so smoothly. So I got grape juice and then I had potato salad. Oh my goodness gracious. It was just the best food I've ever had in my life. I would eat that for every single meal after it. So Vienna, even though you were a little boring, you were still beautiful. I also stayed at a really, really nice hotel there. Like, it was super cool. And yeah, I just love everything about Vienna. That being said, I would only recommend it for a few days. Like, it was very fun and interesting, but it was only interesting for a few days. Like, I feel like it can get boring quite quickly. And now we have München. I'm definitely mispronouncing that, but Deutschland. We have Germany. I love Germany. I think Germany is the backbone of the entire European continent. I don't really like Munich that much because they just have values that I don't really align with. But my favorite city in Germany by far is Hamburg. I want to move there so badly. I think Hamburg is amazing. I feel like if I were to move anywhere in Europe, it would be either Norway or Germany because I just think those countries are like the best. I feel like they're pretty stable. And also it's like, although people complain about Germany, I feel like people don't understand that they are living a lot better of lives than they would in a lot of other countries. And the same can be said for me, clearly. But yeah, I don't know. I just love Germany so much. And I feel like Bayern or Bavaria, where Munich is, I feel like it's beautiful with nature, but I just prefer the cities in the north. But this was from the first time I went there because when I went there for the first time, I went to Munich, and then I've obviously been to Frankfurt and Berlin and Hamburg, and I've been to Munich a few times actually. But the first time I was there was for Christmas markets. And then lastly, I have for you guys this. So my baby brother knows that I love snow globes, or I did in the past. So he created me a snow globe himself, and he got to choose to make one for anyone, and he chose me, which is just so cute. Put a little penguin in there for me, and some sparkles. And ironically, this one is the best for ASMR because I apologize for the misleading title because I thought that there would be, well, it's not misleading because we're exploring my snow globes, but I was expecting there to be more triggers and more ASMR involved. I don't know. I felt like there would be more water sounds, but unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and it was just me ranting like usual in my videos. So, I appreciate all of you guys for sticking with me this entire time. And yeah, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below about any recommendations that you want to see in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.